Hi Scorpio, welcome. I hope you guys are well. Thank you guys for the 3,000 subscribers. A special thank you to my followers who congratulated me on that. I didn't really think my followers would keep up with the numbers, but you guys do. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. All right, Scorp. I want to get into my written messages first. God help me get clear, precise messages. Block interferences and negativity. Return it to where it belongs. Thank you so much. So speaking of threes, 3 is considered a divine number. It's considered a powerful number. You could be seeing 333. It can be associated with third-party situations or multiple people. It could be associated with commitment, collaboration. I kind of consider it a symbol of protection on each and every side. I also associate it with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. This is going to be a look at what Labor Day weekend is bringing in, the very, very beginning of September. But this could resonate with you whenever you see it. You might want to indulge in all of your senses right now. I have been bringing up a lot of 9th house energy to you guys recently, talking about how open I am to traveling different places right now. I kind of just put my GPS on and let it take me wherever it's going to. You may be open to that as well, even if it's just something simple as getting to work or getting home. Somebody may open up the Necrophonic, is that what it was called? The Necrophonics app, where you think of a destination that you want to be, or you think of a manifestation, and then you let this app guide you. And it went viral for a while, how many people were ending up in a destination and seeing what they were thinking of. Something like that could be going on, or you could just be really open to travel right now. These little travels and these little, if it's a new shirt or a new dress against your skin, a piece of clothing that fits completely perfectly, going to a botanical garden, a different route to your favorite store or your favorite coffee shop, these little sensations are going to feel very, very good for you right now. This is also a really good time for you to indulge in your senses, because the Sagittarius quarter moon, Sagittarius being all about travel, exploration, experiencing new things, breaking out of the box and getting out. The Sagittarius quarter moon is in your 2nd house. So it brings stability and resources as well. You could also be finding, especially with Mercury meeting up with Chiron, you could also be finding new ways of working and maintaining stress levels. The 25th, Venus left your 9th house and headed into your 10th house in Leo. This is your career, publicity, ambitions, and long-range plans, and it's going to stay there until the 19th. The next 3 weeks, you could be really called to inspire and lead, especially the public or groups, crowds. But try to remember, especially right now, that pace is just as important as progress. These little small breaks that you may need to take, these little small rituals that you may be making, are crucial for you to be able to maintain enough energy to tackle end of the year goals. These day-to-day tasks could also have you creating a really stable and strong bond with another person. Venus is meeting Saturn, and then Venus is opposing Pluto. These trines could be bringing up old power struggles, power dynamics, and this is to help you see how to give and receive security in all relationships and in new ways. This is probably going to be a week that you're going to be very focused on your second house. And this is a good time for you to dig into your finances deeply and dissect what's going on with your money. For one, this is a good time for you to get rid of anything that is a waste, anything that is not adding to your plan of wealth. When you have clarity about your finances, clarity promises control so that you can achieve new goals. My Scorpios are control freaks, especially whenever it comes to the material world. Some of you guys could definitely be using this time to break into new tax brackets or problem solve with your money. Some of you guys may be finally getting out of debt, or at least like accomplishing a plan and a goal and a strategy to get out of any debt that you may have. Not only is this good in the financial world and your physical world, but this is extremely good for purifying your karmic world as well. Speaking of karmics, old karmics, because since I have studied astrology, I have learned that September leading to October leading to November, this is the most karmic time of the year. The night between October 31st and November 1st is the night that the other world is allowed to cross over into our world, and most of those spirits are after karmic debts. You'll see a slew of people really start to, I feel like September is symbolic of fate, things playing out in fated ways, destiny kind of breaking in and taking over. October comes in and everything is kind of brought to the light, and November brings in judgment. Debts are due. You will see people kind of start going through a lot of justice, judgment, and like major karma, especially if it has anything to do with any kind of magic manipulation, and especially black magic. Here recently though, I don't know, coming up, some karmics from your past, especially with Chiron playing this much of a role in everyone's lives this September, the eclipse coming in, they could try to pop up messing with your happiness, stirring your pot, or just taking out their own misery on you. You could be finally breaking these soul ties, getting clear of these chains, but nevertheless, karmics want to keep your life tied to theirs. That's why it's a soul tie. Here recently, especially this time of year, I open up to a lot more rituals, beliefs, practices, studying, and some of my followers had brought up my burnt offerings that I'm always really advocating for you guys to do whatever you can with intention. And I feel like people forget that something can be a symbol of something, but the intent that's behind it is what's important. I go between sage, sweetgrass, and Palo Santo. Palo Santo probably will forever be my favorite, but in the summertime I really love the sweetgrass. I feel like it brings in memories for me a lot. As soon as it lights up and I get that scent, it brings a lot of memories. But there could be something important about you maybe starting burnt offerings. If candles is your burnt offering, that's perfectly fine. Incense, that's perfectly fine as well. But burnt offerings go back as far as the original Hebrew Bible. Altars and burnt offerings, originally it could have been in the book of Levi, a bull, a goat, a sheep, a dove. Noah also offered burnt offerings. They can be used to give thanks, to worship, to show devotion and commitment to God. Bay leaves is another one that has been used as a burnt offering and burnt medicinally for long times. It's known to help with anxiety, stress. I've also heard it be useful in sickness, to bring in health, to open up airways. and the bay leaf itself is symbolic of luck and health, abundance and wealth. If you want to get into mythology, when Apollo couldn't have Daphne, she begged her father to turn her into a tree, so he turned her into a bay tree. And since Apollo couldn't have Daphne anymore, he covered himself in bay leaves that grew from her branches. So I thought that was interesting to find out. So if you're into offerings and just kind of, my whole intention is welcoming in a shift, welcoming in these things that these herbs and these woods represent. I welcome these things and I use them in different, my intention behind everything is what matters to me. But maybe burn a bay leaf, maybe burn a candle, burn something, whether it's to offer or to welcome or to heal. That's up to you. Okay, you have Sagittarius popping up. You also have Cancer popping up. You could be dealing with either of these signs. But it really feels like this is the quarter moon, and how you're feeling right now, how you could be feeling at the beginning of the week or throughout the week. Moon and Sagittarius. It's also given me like deciding to take a different route and then fate kind of playing out, getting little synchronicities popping up for you. Oh my goodness, look at that. Stuff like this happening. Beneath Sag, you have tripping, freaking out. And beneath Cancer, you have a player vibe. Okay, Cancer's here to stay. I have started opening up more to personal reads. If you are waiting on one, just know that I take it very seriously. I don't like to rush it. I don't like to be distracted. So I'll be working on those throughout the week and the weekend and getting those done. If you want to chat with me beforehand, my PayPal is listed, and I like PayPal because you're able to message between each other, but just drop it in the comments and we will figure out a way to communicate. I don't know how long I'll be offering personal reads, especially the closer that we get to October and November, so just let me know. You have water. Some of you guys probably benefit a lot to be around water, especially before it gets too cold to do so. So a lot of Earth, Virgo, Taurus. In. We have Aquarius coming in. Pisces here as well. Bottom of the deck we have Fire, Mercury, and Capricorn. Libra, Pluto, Earth. Somebody could be going through a big death. Top of the deck we have Sag, Mars, Neptune. There could be some kind of like anger or fight. Somebody may have a bit of hatred that they need to heal toward another person. You may see this. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, heavy Libra, heavy Gemini. Something going on with something from the past. Yeah, the Sun, the Moon, and Uranus. So Uranus can be symbolic of big, sudden truths, and the Sun as well. So something that maybe was kept under wraps for a long time is coming out and bringing a big, I'm hearing like long overdue shift. Could have to do with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius. Gemini again. Pluto in the 5th house. Mercury. You could get messages about like an air sign or an older masculine. There could be chaos and conflict going on with this person. There could be some kind of loss coming in. Something could happen publicly as well with 5th house energy. Told y'all September is like, did y'all see that? Creepy. But this is my time of year. This is where I reside. Taurus again. Capricorn and solstice. I'm gonna blend one more time, but here we have, dang, solstice and solar eclipse. Alright, these might be relevant. Past lives, natural gifts, karmic challenges, creation, intention, and potential. We also have this eclipse coming in, so we're gonna keep that here. We're gonna shuffle a little bit more, and if they're meant to come out, they will. Ninth house, philosophy, spirituality, knowledge, travel, big business, school, higher education. Yeah, some of you guys may be going on a trip. Mercury, communication, correspondence, and expression. Look at all this blue. Last week it was purple. Mutable. We have Earth. Pragmatic, grounded, enduring. Aries. Trailblazing, innovative, and fearless. Somebody could have these in their chart. Actually, let's just split the deck now. Okay. We have Square. Competition, tension, disharmony. Descendant, attraction, relationships, partnerships. Love, hate, that's what it's given. Not yet, please. Goodness. The storm is wanting to pop out. Somebody could be taking a trip, possibly to the desert, or this is like aligning yourself, getting rid of things and aligning yourself with something better. look at Scorpio. You have the empty room wanting to come out upside down, but this could have something to do with the past, could have something to do with memory. This is also symbolic of making space. We have Kairos. See overall energy. The Sun, Moon, square, Uranus. We have the tear and the flame. So something being nurtured and something being put out almost like simultaneously. Something being lit and something being put out, just diffused. All right, Scorpio, the energy that you're in right now, maybe moving out of, is the empty room. The empty room haunts us all. It's the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, wanting, the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to the culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. Yeah, you could be going through this. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with nothingness. Be with impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you're doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. It represents spaciousness, potential, and possibility. It can also represent addiction, insatiability. Dude, your very first word that I wrote down was sensational. Insatiability, more for the have of seeking more. John Cage's 433. Okay. The energy you're coming into is Kairos. I've never pulled this card. We've all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or on a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there's a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. It represents alignment, ease in decisions and action. It can also represent fighting against time. So you could get some kind of message, and you could feel like time is not your friend. And that could come up perhaps this fall, in the coming weeks. Because the overall energy is the tear, this may be a message that you are not too fond of. This can also be very, very symbolic of another person's energy. And for me, I'm just taking it as something that we have multiple squares here. What happens in a square when planets square each other? They're like, it's tension. It's an opposition almost, right? So this could be someone or a figure or an energy or a job or something that you do not get along with anymore. Something came to complete tension. It came to a competition, and it came to complete disharmony. So you ripped yourself away from it. What's below that? Vesta. And now somebody is feeling, inner spark, sacrifice, and devotion. And you see, it almost looks like a burnt offering to me. So I'm going to keep that. The solar eclipse. Anyway, somebody may be feeling all the feels of the emptiness. This is also giving big energy of, you being kept on a back burner or a very low pedestal for a very long amount of time. And when you finally said, this is not where I belong, and this is actually not my position in this life, and you have moved on, there's an emptiness without you. This could be, especially with this much ninth house energy popping out, this could be a job or an old boss or someone that you did work with, you put effort in with. Okay. You're coming into the tear. Yeah, the flame being put out. That's okay. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what's needed in order for a conversation or a situation to break into the next level of intimacy or vulnerability. Some say tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It's likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. It represents melancholy flowing through. It can also represent drowning, drama, or murkiness. I have always told you guys since I started this channel that we all have to pay for what we do to other people, and every tear shed is a hefty price tag. And it just really feels like, and this could be honestly a long time coming. I'm getting 16 years, and for my Scorpios, because your planet Pluto has remained in Capricorn for the last 16 years, and now it's shifting into Aquarius. This is that getting out of the box, getting out of the square. Anyway, these tears are debts that are due, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us as well. And people can hate on it all they want, but it doesn't make it any less true. You could finally be at peace, and this could be a very foreign place to you. You may, my Scorpios especially, you may have newfound contentment that you haven't ever had in your life before. And this could make others who are attached to you, close to you, or behind you, if they have no peace and they have no contentment in their own life, this could make them, lash out at you, try to cause you discontentment. Some of you guys need to save up for a rainy day. Somebody around you may be, it's all their flaws may be brought to light in front of everyone. It's almost like everyone has always seen it, but this person is the only one who didn't. This person's the only one who's been in denial for far too long. Somebody's been doing something for far too long, and it's affected their health. This says investigating, but I saw instigating. All right, what's coming in? What's in the back? What's in the rear view with this 5th house and Gemini energy? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. What's coming in for Scorpio with the empty room? That's what I'm saying. You could see there's something important here about an air sign going through karma for bringing something to your life or something to someone that was attached to you. The empty room. Yes, I'm telling you, spirit and bully. And all the while, you're always in your own zone. I'm telling, even the things done behind your back, you'll end up seeing the trial and the judgment that comes from that. The empty room for Scorpio. Ain't it so crazy that the same people that want to be you and want to be in your space and be in your place are the same people that slander you, hate on you, talk about you. Something could have left you completely shattered and heartbroken, but it's like these, you're going to be seeing some kind of tables turn. I haven't even been in this energy for you guys in a very long time, so it's kind of radical for it to be showing up right now. You may be dealing with another person or other people who are radical, lawless, immoral. Yeah. All right. What's going on with Scorpio with solar eclipse, intention, and Vesta with sacrifice? We have gossip here, and we have illegal here. Gemini again, and drama. So something in another world. I don't know if this is going to resonate for everybody, but someone in another world is blocking you from drama and possibly legal issues. This hating on your spirituality, right back to that. Occult, success in Aries, restraining work. Yeah, be careful about the contracts, especially in family ties that you may want to like reignite or re-sign up for, because it feels like you're on some kind of road to success, and if you agree to step backwards into a contract that you used to belong in, your success may start to kind of dwindle out. So I would just be careful what's coming in with Kairos, time, timeless time. There could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that wants to talk. They want to talk to you. Talk. I don't think you trust this energy. Yeah, because you want to block. Okay. Kairos. Yeah, so you know what that's about, and I feel like you're going to be staying away from it. Something is important about earth and air here. What's the tier with the overall energy with square and the tier? Something could become pretty tense in the coming weeks, so just be mindful of that. Cyberbully and twin, stubborn, will not change, and drugs. So watch out for something happening on the line, or this could have already happened. A dirty offer, yeah. You have obsession here with stubborn. Got a lot of people talking about you. Could be older people talking about you. old energies. You have flirtation. And caution. I'm telling you, somebody wants to like wrap your life up with theirs. You have escape here. Influence. I feel like in some kind of way, like you're playing some kind of muse, like you are, deliberately or not, you are a muse right now. Practicality. You may also be, because resistance is here, you may also be dealing with people that like resist logic. Low vibe. You have intuition here. Some of you guys need to spend some time alone and in complete silence. Enthusiasm. My dad. Something to be important about a father figure, a masculine. It could be your father. You could be the father. Something can be important about another person's father figure. This might kind of drain them or like make them feel kind of low. Again, you're gonna be called to be some kind of like muse, kind of like a light of positivity. That's definitely for some of you guys. All right, and then what's going on with this Gemini, Libra, Gemini energy here? Oh, okay. Something can be important about a birth, for status, Taurus energy, Cancer, flattery, right? But fulfillment, domination and innovation, yeah, and then companionship. So multiple people are looking back at the relationships that they've created and what the actual purpose was behind it. You have health. Good for you. Even the people who don't like you are getting some kind of inspiration from you, by you. Yeah, here we have flattery. This could also come in the form of mimicry or imitation. Okay. I'm going to stop on flattery. That's third house energy with obsessed. Okay, you guys make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the tarot.